think culture belongs to a place, to one people. But sometimes you hear a German story from a Chinese tradition from a Kiwi, and then you pass an Australian ritual back to them. Culture doesn't move in straight lines. It moves in circles. And if you're lucky, one day it comes back to you, not as a story, but as a gift. I told a story to a German background Australian during an Uber trip. Hot dog is from the German word Dachshund. Do you know that?
The dog?
Yes, but do you know the exact history or story behind?
Oh, I think so.
A lot of Germans migrated to America in the early 20th century, and they were selling sausages shaped like a dachshund. New Yorkers started teasing them, saying, "Oh, look, that's a dachshund sausage." So the German sellers even put it on their signs, "Dachshund sausage for sale." Then one day, at a baseball game, a cartoonist drew a picture of the match, and in the corner, there was a street hawker selling this sausage. The cartoonist wanted to label it Dachshund sausage, but he didn't know how to spell dachshund. So he just wrote hot dog, and that name stuck. It spread, and that's how we got the word hot dog.
Okay. That makes sense.
That's interesting, right? The culture, sometimes it's your own culture you may not know.
Yeah.
We often think we understand our own culture best. But sometimes it takes a stranger to remind us of what we've forgotten. On New Year Eve, I learned a Chinese tradition, not from a Chinese person, but from someone who simply cared enough to remember it and practice it. I was planning to stay out past midnight, filming the fireworks from the car. But a passenger changed my plan. It was past 10 at night when I picked up a couple. They were New Zealanders. We didn't talk much during the ride. I thought it was just another ordinary people, another ordinary Uber trip. But at the end of the ride, a small conversation changed my night. In the back seat, I overheard them talking about coins, and I was curious.
Can we get you to drop us off after this traffic light, please?
Just on the side?
Oh, no, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. You have a happy new year.
You too.
Yeah. Just before they got out of the car, I stopped at the meter, asked about the coins they had been talking about. You were talking about collecting coins.
Oh, yeah.
Is that your tradition?
So it's
What
a
kind of
tradition
coins?
we picked up that
Yeah.
we bury the coin in the old year and pick it up in the new year.
But where's it from?
Yeah.
From China, I believe.
How come I don't know about it?
Oh, really?
I'm from China.
Are you? Oh.
The story didn't come with me.
Ah.
Can you imagine how curious I was at that moment?
But no, my family years ago introduced it when I was a teenager. And so every old year we plant the coins and then in the new year we pick them up.
And you plant on the last day of the old year?
Yeah. So then
Then when
wake
do
up
you-
in the next year?
The next year, the next day,
Yeah, the next
literally
day.
the next day you
Yeah,
pick it
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Where do you plant it?
Just and what this is what we're saying now is we're visiting, so we don't have a place, but normally in our own backyard.
Okay.
we plant it.
So do you plant and your partner go and find it like a try your hand or what?
No, we
Yeah.
both just do
No,
it
we both
together, and then we
So,
collect
so you
it.
know where to
we know where,
to
go.
find.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's just a New Year ritual.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Then I told them the ritual I know. Sydney's New Year ritual. Do you know about it?
No.
On New Year Day, go down to Bondi Beach and dip into the water. It's
Okay.
called New Year's first dip.
I like that.
Your ritual that you don't know about in your own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I had to find it out.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure the history of it, but I know it comes from China. That's what my mum and my grandma told
And
me.
what kind of coin? Just any
Just
coin.
any coin. It's more about the fact of going into the new year, planting the seed of abundance and having, a prosperous new year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you shouldn't dig it out.
Yeah, I know, right? It should stay there forever and then grow.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah.
Hey, look, the last part of conversation is kind of interesting. I'm running YouTube program. Do you think I can quote you?
Yeah.
I would definitely play our conversation.
Yeah.
It's so cool. If I hadn't asked about the coin tradition, if another passenger hadn't cancelled their ride right before them, if destiny hadn't placed them in my car, none of this would have happened. It's moments like this, small, unexpected human connection, that make driving an Uber the most magical job. Then, as we were wishing each other Happy New Year, we had another little conversation.
I plan to stay after midnight. I can't plant coins.
Oh, or you could drive to a park, like drive tomorrow and pick them up.
Right.
That's a good idea.
I don't have any money.
I'll get a coin and I'll
That's
come
all
back.
right. We'll get, and we'll come back.
I'll get a coin.
They came back and handed me a coin. I gave her a hug. I was deeply touched. The story she shared felt like something my ancestors might once have told, a tradition lost across generations, somehow traveling through time and finding its way back to me. A full circle. The world is an amazing place. Sometimes a small conversation and a small act of kindness can change a life, or a belief, or bring a forgotten tradition back to life. Later that night, I called my wife and told her this beautiful story. Together with our kids, she planted a coin in our backyard. And just like that, a tradition was born again. And I planted the coin under a tree in a park just before the new year arrived. Across the lake, the Melbourne city skyline stood in all its brilliance. And in that moment, I finally understood the charm of this city. It's not the scenery, it's not the buildings or the skyline. It's the people. People carry culture, people carry tradition, the people I meet every day, in the back seat of my car, on quiet streets, in small, ordinary moments. I can perform magic, or I cannot. But the greatest magic doesn't come from me. It comes from people. The ones who help you when you are in need. The ones who lift you up when you fall. This week, I learned humanity. I learned culture isn't history. It's something alive. This Christmas season, through these rides, I met strangers from all walks of life, locals, visitors, people from all over Australia and the world. Inside an Uber car, through ordinary conversations, I found something quietly powerful. Kindness, compassion, and care. Sometimes it was a story. Sometimes a laugh. Sometimes a small act of generosity from someone I had just met. This is what the world's happiest Uber driver is really about. Not about driving, but listening, connecting, and finding the goodness in people. One ride at a time. That night, as the fireworks lit up the sky, I realized I wasn't just an Uber driver. I was a messenger, carrying these stories forward and passing them on to you into a new year. Thank you for following my journey. I will see you in the new year.